Welcome back, YouTube. Finding the hands kind of healing. See it, kind of get extra stuff, but just been doing a lot of homework and everything. But I want to talk about people being lost, or the idea of being, or not the idea, or I guess the concept of being lost in the world, yourself, your friends, your relationship, or whatever. Because being lost is just not knowing your sense of direction in spiritually, meaning you don't know the sense of direction, meaning like where your center is, where everything kind of pulls in like gravity. So that's another thing. Gravity is kind of like there's a lot of shit to gravity that I think science still needs to explain. But gravity is the sense of material, physical matter giving presence, like its signature, like like this. Like, that's a signature. Like this will fall heavier, or this will fall faster than this because it has more sense of presence. Like I don't know how to say it. It'll be like if you drop the pyramid in the pebble, same thing. But then if you drop a bunch of pebbles the same size, the same amount, the same weight as a pyramid, they both drop at the same time because they're having the same kind of presence, the signature, right? So when people, because this goes out to like people who are depressed, anxious, all that good stuff, right? Well, not all that good stuff, but you know what I mean. When you feel, because I've been through these things, when you actually feel these things, it's okay. Let's start with depression. Depression is really, it's an amazing kind of, it's weird what feelings do to you. You physically feel things like betrayal. You can feel your heart actually like stab, or and like you being anxious, anxiety. You feel your stomach actually like turning, and it makes you feel all light and light. But then just because you feel light, some people want to move quicker. Like anxiety gives you two things to do. Just because of how light your spirit feels and it's making your body feel, the spirit itself inside will either like move move quicker to get rid of that lightning effect, or hence stay there and be anxious all day, right? So hence why you might see people who get in situations where that makes them anxious, they'll be the first person to step up. It's because they're anxious that they have to be the first person to step up. It's no other reason. It's not because of pride or anything. No, it's because they're so anxious that they have to step up. And sometimes it actually is the other way around. They're so where like they have their whatever together and they're gonna be the first one to step up. But if we're talking 8 times out of 10, no, it's that person's so anxious that they have to step up. Cause that's it's happened to me. You get so anxious, you don't like that feeling where you'd rather have someone else, like the feeling that's forced upon you. You don't want that feeling forced upon you. You'd rather push it out, or like give it out rather than take it. Right? It's the same. That kind of explains that if you guys kind of want to get it. And let's go to depression, because depression is a really messed up one. It puts your spirit in this like. Give me a second. It puts your spirit like in this like spirit, soul, whatever. But it puts you, the person behind this character, in like the person in your mind, like the little mini person that's you in there. But kind of you look, the you in here looks at you out here different, and the you out here looks at you in here different. But there's times where you guys just melt, and just where those differentiations, they call it like the veil is being broken, and so now both of you guys can shine together. Both of yous can shine together, but it's still you, right? So depression takes the one half of you that's supposed to be moving, this part of you, and it just makes it immovable. Like imagine like an immovable object moves in unstoppable force. That's basically kind of what depression is, and kind of like not in a not in a messed up thing, but the immovable object is the trauma. or the immovable object is you, and the unexpected force is the trauma. You guys are just both clashing, butting heads, but no one's gonna fold because you're not gonna fold because you're like, how's this happening to me? This shouldn't be happening to me, and the trauma just goes boom, it happened, boom, it happened, and it's like boom, it happened, boom, it happened, and you're like, how did it happen? How did it happen? It still happened. And then in that little kind of center here, it makes what I like to like what I want to explain depression and all that shit, that stuff as. It makes like this kind of pool for you, like, you know, this kind of pool of like sorrow, sadness. So you're on this side, like you, trauma, and you guys both together make a pool. And now this pool's filled up with like water, all that stuff, and like all that nonsense inside there, right? But you're in here drowning. Like, this is where you're drowning. This is where that feeling where people feel like, it feels like I'm drowning. It feels like I hear water, but I'm hearing nothing. Because that's the most messed up part about being depressed sometimes. Because legitimately, for a little bit, it literally felt like I was drowning, like physically, but it was happening spiritually. Do you get what I'm saying? And so, how do you save yourself when you're drowning in a place you don't know where it is? You gotta find it in your head. You gotta first then save yourself, even if you're not a good swimmer physically and spiritually, and save yourself. On top of that, give yourself a life jacket or a rope or whatever, and then that other you will pull you in. And then you slowly get out of this, and then the water kind of opens, and it just kind of fills out, and then this kind of goes away, and you realize that things have happened, that it's just life and all that, right? So the reason I get into these because I actually found it amazing because I took child and youth when at here at CDI College. Took child and youth, and I was 21 at the time. Child and youth is what helped me awaken, like truly awaken. Because I had a friend who was making me aware to this kind of spiritual side, but I never really kind of understood it because it's like you can do, it's like when you have people who can do things without knowing what they're doing, but then you have other people who have to do it on their own first before they can understand, or like kind of have to learn on their own experience, then come back to the teacher and be like, yo, now that I went through all of that, let me let me actually communicate with you on better ground here. Now we're on more appropriate ground. Now we have something we can both respect each other about, like, you know, seeing all that and going through all that work. So child and youth put me in that because it made me examine a lot of children's lives. It made me examine a lot of children's lives. It made me examine my own life. It made me examine my friends, what me, my friends, my family. It made me examine all of that. Why all of us went through that, and some of it was really because of just where we lived at the time. Like, it could just because of low income and everything. But half of the other stuff, I really realized it was because we chose to put ourselves through that. And half of those things that I chose to put myself through is kind of the same things I was kind of complaining about. So you see what I mean? And even those things you don't think that you may not have zero connection to. You may think everything's happening to you. You have nothing, bruh. There's an underlining theme there. The theme is you. Like, you know, you are the underlining thing happening to all these things is you. So the best person to examine yourself would be you. If you want to go leave it up to your doctor, you can leave it up to your doctor. Doctors help you with all that other stuff, but no one's truly gonna save you. Doctor's only there to hold your hand. Who actually does the work? You. This isn't about putting it together now, like putting a plan together, because the doctors have the higher intelligence to put a plan together, because we can't think that high. But again, they have all let's say so to add all the prescriptions and everything, give you all that stuff they need, the medication part. That's physical. But again, healing this doesn't end with physical. You can heal the body physical, but is someone gonna be at their top peak performance? No. Just be like just because someone's at 100% and they have lost someone, that already puts them mentally and physically at 50%, because now they have to battle with some imaginary force, or not like it's happening, but for them they have to battle with that force every day. Well, we're not aware with that, and then they have to, go to work, go to family, whatever, be normal, quote unquote normal. So being lost is just like, it's your spirit telling you a lot of things. If you guys really want to understand what it was, there's a Jim Carrey interview where people think he's really kind of out of it, and you can kind of say it, but it's Jim Carrey, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. But at the same time, if you listen to the message he's saying, it's like he's like, this character came to dress up. I wanted to see what this character would do in this situation. I wanted to see how this evening would go with this character. You get it? So he's like, it's like he's Jim Carrey, but he was aware that he was playing, that there's like something else playing Jim Carrey, allowing him to be in this world. So it's like there's something else letting me be BK, to talk to you, and there's something else letting you be whoever your name is, and listen to this or communicate with this. So get in touch with not your name, but like it actually is important to get in touch with your name. But if you may actually find your real name, your soul name, your actual name that actually activates like power. And I'm not even saying power as you guys can take it as you want. Physical, that whole Kamehameha stuff, you can do it like that. But power isn't only just that. The power can be this: me and you speaking. The power of listening, that's power. The power to guide 10,000 people from not doing that one thing, that's power. Just because you don't think you're strong enough to knock a nigga out, do not think you have no power. It is nothing about anything about physical in this day and age now. It is a little bit, because we still have to see it and be in this realm. But no, everything now at this point, if you actually see it, you actually see how it's actually like. It's literally, we're in like some Yu-Gi-Oh kind of like dual monsters, like card games. Everyone's playing games. Everyone's playing spiritual games right now. You'll see those who actually have good spiritual defense, but you'll see those who don't, and you'll see why they bring, like, you'll literally have to see why they have bad luck, or why you keep having bad luck. You have to really see, not with these eyes either, but these eyes help you. These eyes assist you to see. I don't know how to explain. It's like if you know what I'm talking about, let me just say you just activated like your Sharingan. You guys might have like your one totem or two totem or three totem. You guys are under that, and so you know what I mean, because now you see differently into this world, a different level, something different. You see it. You just activated your Mangekyo Sharingan. I'm gonna teach you more how to activate ability. You see what I mean? I just gave you a powerful ability that you may have not recognized, but it's there. It's activated. It was already active when you were listening to me, and so now we have to be smart about how we make these things activate, deactivate. Meaning, which people we talk to about this, and which people we don't. Which people we bring with us, and which people we just gotta close our eyes and just let pass by. That's the hard part, because now you actually, the other thing that kind of that's fair, that matches with the whole ice thing, is with the Uchiyas. The Uchihas are powerful because they have their eyes. Why do they have their eyes? Because they have such intense hate. But the thing about such intense hate is you will never ever have such intense hate without intense love. Literally. Hate is not just born out of nowhere. Nowhere. No. Never. Ever. It's always born from love and from misinterpreted or misconstrued concept. Like imagine if I had a brother. If imagine him. Imagine me and him are brothers. I'm older. And that's me anyways. But imagine me and him are brothers. I'm older. That lamp is our mom. That lamp is supposed to give me all the praise, supposed to pass me down all the everything, right? And I actually am the first, so the lamp's supposed to actually pass me down everything, but doesn't. Gives it to him. Now I have incentive. Done. Actually done. Now I have incentive to hate my mom, hate the lamp. Now I have incentive to hate him. Now I have incentive to hate everybody else but me. And because of that, I'm going to profit on it. Or not profit, but I'm going to benefit on it. Are we going to stay in this? Are we going to keep doing the same Cain and Abel thing for this long? This long? The whole point of Cain and Abel was to there was a lesson in there. There's a lesson in there. To be honest, the lesson is don't compete. Cain was literally trying to compete on every level. Every level. I'm better than you, I'll prove it to God. I'm better than you, I'll prove it to Mom. I'm better than you, I'll prove it by the food I put together for him. And then Abel's like, yo, alright fam. Yo, here you go, G. And God picks his. And at the same time, through him not making it a competition, Abel actually in turn got to learn about the Lord, learn more, gain more through not making it a competition. He made it became more in all actuality. I think if I could choose one or I would have more fun being able and making God's food, preparing God's food for that, because he prepared it all naturally and everything. So hence he gained more skills from that. But then at the same time, Cain went and been a hunter and whatever, right? He should have gained more skills from that, right? True. But it was the delivery. I swear, God would have accepted his offering too. Because don't tell me God has never, ever accepted an offering where there's been meat on the table, actual, meat on the table, and he hasn't, haven't accepted it or whatever. There's been offerings like that. But this story is unique because this is the first time he looks at it and is like, no. No. It's because he's not saying no to the food, he's saying no to the spirit. And just because he's saying no to the spirit of competition, just because the spirit of competition was there, the spirit of competition went into the meal. So why would God himself want to eat the spirit of competition? And so he's going to be competitive too. Go to Abel, what did he do? He made bliss. He was bliss. He had no problems. He was blissful. He was just having fun. Oh, you might like bananas. Oh, might like kiwi. Might like watermelon. Doing all that. And then at the end, boom. He's literally giving. But then at the end, kind of sucks because he's murdered and everything. And then starts all that down trail. But you get what I mean. Don't get lost. And getting lost in yourself is even more scarier because no one can pull that out of no one can pull you out of being lost out of you except you. And I think it's way more easier to be lost in this outside world. I think it's way more easier to find yourself being lost in other people and things than it is to find yourself if you're lost in yourself. Because for me, I think it's about the origin point. Like like because when you're kind of lost in yourself, you just kind of put like you just everything is on yourself, and that is proper. But you just bump that up to like times 100, and you skip all the healing part. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by if you're your biggest critic, which I know everybody is to some certain degree, but at a level, you're also gonna be your most favorite fan. So the fan part should be turned up more than the critic part. You know what I mean? So hence that's why I said it's more easier to get lost. It's more easier to find yourself getting lost out there because you can go do something messed up, like go rob a store and be like, oh, I should never ever do that again because it hurt this, and there's more consequences, right? But let's just say you do something, like let's just say you go around talking or I don't know how you get lost in yourself. You just drink. You just drink, thinking about all these things, thinking about all these things, thinking about all these things, and you never tell anyone, and you just feel like it's only you and you only. Watch how long that's gonna help you. Legitimately. Legitimately and like and I know that's kind of messed like it's not gonna help you that much. It's gonna feel nice because you just kind of get all that emotion out, but then at the same time, it's literally you're repressing. It's like you're repressing emotions. I'd rather not repress emotions. I'd rather just because I see what repress emotions does to everybody from young to old. I see what it does. It literally has the same effect, and it comes out. I don't care how slick you think you are or whatever. You're not. Feelings will always come out. Emotion will always come out. Emotions is like energy and motion. Energy will always move. The second you stop it is when you're hit with all these problems, depression, anxiety, ADHD and all that. There's some shit that's actually like, but I swear, half of these like diagnosis or the DSM-5 or DSM-4 and all that psychology book, I swear they're kind of diagnosing a lot of spiritual symptoms and they're dealing with it physically, but sometimes it doesn't even fix the spirit, it just fixes the body physically, which is again the whole point of the system. Have you coming back to be fixed, break the person inside, leave the body outside good so that they're always coming back. It's all about profit. But if I can give you something to get you out of that chain and get you more good with you, and so you can go and do this, like you can go make a channel or do whatever you do. Maybe you'll reach 10,000 lamps. Maybe you'll turn on 10,000 lights, like people's head, and they will do something in the world. And then those 10,000 reach another 10,000, another 10,000. So you see the effect you can have. Don't ever say you can't ever have an effect on the world. Your very presence has an effect on the world. You just haven't seen it around the right people. That's it. That's it. Or the people around you haven't really showed you or haven't really told you. Like they don't have to show you, they don't have to tell you either, but they haven't really shown you what your presence affects. But your presence affects people. Your presence affects people, good or bad. Your presence affects because bad people affect the room, good people affect the room, and so you, who you think you're not important, who you think you're everything go on without, you're so important. You're so important. It's unbelievable. You're so important. You're so important. You caused me to make this video. Think about it. We're connected, so help each other get on lost and everything like that. But if you're lost, it's also a good thing to kind of sometimes, if that's the type of like kind of seclude yourself, to kind of wash away everything, kind of wash away like the distractions and everything, and then get on top. Like get you a dream board, get you a schedule board, just have a bunch of like you know what I mean. Like do these things, and these things help you set up. They help you remain on point. So look at the bigger picture. Remember, always look at the picture, but don't get so lost. Don't like what is this? That's a picture of an alien, right? Don't look so much at the picture that what you see when you're looking so close, like it looks like that, but you're looking so close, you may just see that. There's no point. Take a step back. Take the step that you can see. All right. That's the thing that helped me a lot because I always want to run, just went straight into the mist, like straight into the mist and just like I want to be ninja with it. But yo, you can't. You don't even know where you're going. You don't even know where you are. Take the first step you can see. So it's the first step you can see. Let me take care of myself today. Let me eat today and make sure my mind's good today. Boom. Today's accomplished. Now it feels good. And make sure tomorrow's like today. Let me do something else. Huh. It was easy. Now let me go work a little bit more towards what I want to go do. Maybe looking for school or something. Now you start looking for school. Boom. Huh. Another one. Now let me look for like a job or something, part-time job that helps me make some money while I'm in school. Ah, boom. Now you graduated school. Huh. Boom. Now you're in the industry. Huh. Boom. And now you have your house and all your good money. Huh. Boom. You get what I mean. But if you just look at the picture and you just starting off where you are right now and you just want to be like, I want that house and money. How did we even get there, my boy? There's no steps. There's no it's like it kind of sucks being human. We always got to climb up a ladder. Think about it. Kindergarten, climb up a ladder to high school. High school, we think the world's all good. Done. College, climb up another ladder. We get to college. Now you're out there in the real world. Real world, climb up another ladder. Now you got to go make a family and all that. And at that ladder, that's where you finally kind of look back and be like, like took me a long time to get here. That's when midlife crisis usually starts hitting you. I mean, we start kind of like, oh, did I live my life right? Did I live my life wrong? But you're always climbing a ladder. So if you're always climbing a ladder, you might as well climb a ladder that you want. Might as well climb a ladder that you built. You might as well climb a ladder that is going somewhere you picked, not someone else. Yeah. And I hope that helps you. But have a good Saturday. Catch you guys on the next website. Take it easy. Dark Kush out.